Welcome to the Redvee TV preview show, supported by A-Star Recruitment for the 2019 season, as we look ahead to Saints' game on Friday evening against basement dwellers, relegation certainties, Leeds Rhinos.
Nailing your colours start masked straight away, yeah.
Can they both get a point in the London game tomorrow night? Just so we can put them bottom.
Real trouble.
Or can we help them with their points difference just by slaughtering Leeds on Friday? It's glorious, isn't it? And it could happen.
Yeah, it genuinely could. I kept saying earlier in the season that Leeds would be alright.
Remember when they played us and we said nothing in the instant fan reaction, which proves we talk absolute guff. Yeah, Leeds will be alright, they'll come good.
Leeds will be fine.
They're in trouble.
They're properly struggling, aren't they? Yeah.
Coming on the back of last Friday night's performance, Saints pretty much not far off being full strength again. I'd like to say it's a big test for us, but we should do them with ease.
We should. Leeds tend to turn up against us, though, don't they? No matter how they're going form-wise, they do tend to turn up against us, and I don't know if that's us kind of thinking that it's going to be a tough game and kind of playing it a little bit more conservatively or not playing quite as we can. But you look at that game earlier in the season where Leeds were still in it for quite a bit of the game, and yeah, I just thought if we play, even if we play as we did like against Huddersfield, where if you're going to nitpick, some of the passes didn't quite go to hand, some of them went behind wingers. Our defence was good enough to stop Huddersfield scoring a try. We play like that, and we put the efforts in defence. Even if Leeds managed to sneak through once or twice, it doesn't matter because going the other way, we'll score.
Yeah. Squad news for this week then?
Yeah, squad news, Adam Swift and Joseph Paolo are the two to drop out in place of Regan Grace and Matty Lees. Adam Swift's not done anything wrong, but he just finds himself as third choice winger at the club.
Simple
and there's no point having him in the 19 if he's not going to play. And he could end up...
But let's be honest, the 19th-man squad makes little difference anyway, because if one of the wingers got injured between now and Friday, you'd stick him straight back in.
Yeah,
Warrington have just gone ahead this week and just named a 20-man squad. Why not?
We could have just stuck him in a 20-man squad. Yeah, that's it. We could probably talk about that. I've had the 19-man squad thing having its day.
Yeah.
If you're naming a squad of, I don't know, if you've got to name a squad of 30 players,
you should be able to choose anybody you want on the night.
Yeah, doesn't matter. As long as they're registered with Super League, the RFL, whoever, you should be able to.
For me, well, we all know why it was done. It was done on the back of Saints Bradford 2004, where I think there was even an interview with Sean Long basically saying everybody on the man and his dog had the money on Bradford, including Sean Long and Martin Gleeson at the time, with the betting scandal that they got banned for. And we all made a killing, and the bookies didn't like it. Do you know what? Really unprofessional. Just so it doesn't say it off mid-show. See, professional on this as always. Probably just leaning the camera slightly.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
But yeah, it's had its day for me. Other news this week, Lachlan Coote didn't get a point in the Man of Steel voting from the game on Friday night, despite scoring a try, having 4 assists, being flawless in defence. What more does the man have to do? Has he been caught somewhere with someone?
Not get forgotten by the self-proclaimed legend. Is that what he calls himself?
No. I like Gary Schofield normally as well, but
listen, I'm not going to...
I'm all for opinions from professionals, but you're wrong.
That's it. I mean, it's one of those. I've seen some journalists having a bit of a chat about it on Twitter, and they say it is about opinion. And when you've got a team who is playing as well as Saints are, and you could pick 5-6 players, if not more, to kind of take them 3 spots, you kind of get why one player might miss out, but not someone who's played as well as Lachlan Coote.
My issue with it was, basically, it changed this season because Catalan took the mick. And they all naming each other.
Danny Adiu didn't play a game.
Yeah, they took the mick with it. But the rest of the time, there was 11 other squads of 20 odd players, so 200 players who voted with a conscience and voted for who they thought was the real Man of Steel. As it is now, we've shrunk the pool from an opinion of over 200 players who are playing against players week in, week out, to a pack of 15 legends, which has to be said, they are legends of the game, about 15, 16 legends. So it's on their opinion who's the best player. It just seems to me it's a little bit more easy to skew. I don't care. Lachlan Coote was in the top 3. He definitely, for me, was a runaway man of the match. I don't know what more you can possibly do as a fullback than what he did on Friday night. And when you see the Man of Steel voting points given out, you always see like an Opta-stat attached, like was it Walmsley 140 metres in so many carries. What was your quote about stats?
Stats are like a bikini. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I get what you're saying about it, and I think what they needed to do was kind of almost give players guidance over who they could pick as Man of Steel, and have a panel of
even come up with a shortlist. A player from every club. The best player, every club's player of the year, then goes forward into the Man of Steel vote.
So a player from, we'll pick the bottom 3: Leeds, Hull KR or London.
Well, they're going to be there anyway because of the top 3 votes and the way it's going.
I don't necessarily.
I don't know, but there's got to be some sort of better reason.
I don't necessarily agree with that. If you go with the top, I don't know, half a dozen to dozen players, and it can be picked by a group of 15 legends.
Okay, the top 10 over the course of the season from that list, and then goes back to the players.
You can only vote on that list.
Do you think there's potential there next season? They just shouldn't do the points voting each week, and then come the end of the season, just give a top 10 out. These are the top 10 voted for by the legends over the course of the season, and these are the players we're voting on. There you go.
Because otherwise, as you say, I mean, it's down to one person watching the game, and if you have got someone turning around saying, "Oh, I forgot about him," well, would you put him in? Because he might say, "Well, yeah, actually, I put him in." Like, if, for example, I put him in second place against Huddersfield. So that drops, was it Theo who got 2 points, and drops Luke Thompson out of it? You can't, how do you forget about players?
The great Mal Meninga is coming back next season, whether Holbrook's here or not. But not to coaches.
No, with his Aussie team.
I like that. Do you know what? He came over last season, didn't he? Obviously still got great affection for the town. I'd love to see an Aussie team against us. Could we beat them?
No.
Oh well.
No, listen.
But if it's a touring squad and you're playing a second string Aussie side and we're battle hardened over the course of a season and we play them in October, could we go with?
Because listen, anything can happen in 80 minutes. I mean, it's a bit blasé just going no. Anything could happen in 80 minutes. You have a performance, and I'll drag it up when we played the Rabbitohs and they didn't make an error. If we have one of them nights, then of course we can. We've beaten teams from Oz who've played together for years, so it's...
Okay, I'm going to put another question to you. Could the full strength Saints side defeat Great Britain?
What's the Great Britain squad?
In this mythical match, you could have Tommy Makinson on the Great Britain wing and Tommy Makinson on the Saints wing.
Have you been at the Shandy Bass before?
But I'm convinced a top class on form club side could defeat a representative side who aren't used to playing together.
Yeah, possibly so, but it is the best of the best as well. So
wasn't James Graham against each other? But he doesn't play for us now, well, never mind. But,
exactly.
But Alex Walms then? Or Morgan Knowles running himself?
I'm convinced you've been drinking before this.
Genius. Okay then, right, back to Great Britain. Do you want to see Lachlan Coote, Jackson Hastings and Blake Austin playing for Great Britain?
No, ideally not. Ideally not. I'm not a massive fan of heritage players who are almost, well, they're so far removed as they've been born over there and grown up over there.
And if you said to Lachlan Coote, "What are you?" he'd say, "I'm an Australian."
Yeah, I'm sorry. That's it. I'm sorry, Lachlan, but no,
not for me.
I'm just going to keep making noises like that. It's not for me.
It feels like cheating, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's
great. We've beat Australia because Lachlan's grandma was born over here 120 years ago. And I know it's in the rules and you can do it, but is it in the spirit?
the spirit of it. You know what?
But then
If
Australia pinch all the South Sea Islanders. But that's not right either.
But some of them are starting to
Go back.
pledge their allegiance to some
not for me.
as it grows.
Does
a little
Johnny Lomax deserve to miss out to accommodate at Jackson Hastings or Blake Austin?
bit? No, in my opinion, no. People will turn around and say they want the best players playing for Great Britain. But
Let's just have transfers. Let's go and buy some more.
Yeah.
Buy some more. So you can transfer it. That's what you may as well do, isn't it?
if we're gonna have a representative side for the likes of Lachlan Coote and Jackson Hastings and Blake Austin,
Bring back
over
the
here-
exiles.
Correct.
Yeah, I'd be all for that. Mid-season tech next year. There's enough good exiles over here now to make up a side.
Oh yeah.
But that said, I am against it. But I still think Lachlan Coote will probably be the best British fullback we've got this year, and he'll make the team. He should. Well, he shouldn't, but he will if that's the rules we're playing to.
If that's what they want to go with, then I'd imagine he'd be in and around the squad. I think it's been alluded to enough times that they're not going to completely ignore him, are they?
Do you agree with Wayne Bennett's comments that the likes of Sutton have gone up in the pecking order just because they play in Australia? Or does that prove that Wayne Bennett isn't watching enough British Rugby League to see that Luke Thompson and Alex Walmsley are by far the best forwards in the comp?
It's difficult for me to answer because I don't watch too much NRL. So
Ryan Sutton?
but I don't know how he's going. But I don't know how he's going.
Would you put him last season as a patch on
No.
any of our front two?
No.
So you can't tell me he's progressed that much because he's played 10 games or 15 games in Australia.
I don't know. I can't.
Well, I'm being biased, I'm telling
Yeah, I know you are, but I've not seen him, so I can't turn around and say that he's playing any better or worse than.
It
any
will
other
be a
forward.
travesty
I know
if Alex Walmsley and Luke Thompson don't
I know
play that
he's.
British
I know
side.
he's been highly rated over there. I know they're impressed with him as they're impressed with Bateman, but because I haven't seen him, unfortunately, I can't turn around and say he's not playing well enough to get an England shirt because he may well be. No, he may well be.
I'm just going to help you with that splinter. Right. London Hull. KR tomorrow. Tough one to call that one, isn't it?
It is. Hull KR got the first win under Tony Smith, so it's one of them that will they go on off the back of that. They're starting to get bodies back, aren't they, as well?
If Leeds do survive, who would you like to go down?
I prefer London to stay up.
Does that mean you want Hull KR to go
I
down?
didn't say that.
Oh, Kevin, the splinters. Yeah, I want London to stay up. I just think it'd be good for them to have another year.
Can you see if Leeds finished bottom, them extending Super League to 14 teams?
I was looking at the operational rules today, and it states quite categorically that the team that finished bottom will be automatically relegated to the Championship. But that was a couple of paragraphs below saying you need to name a 19-man squad.
Fair enough.
And that is enough to say on that. They make it up as they go along.
Yeah.
Right, I think that's all this week. Don't forget to join us on Friday evening after we splatter Leeds by 60-70 points, put them bottom for an instant fan reaction. Come on the London, come on the Hull KR. Golden point draw. Like, share and subscribe, and we'll catch you Friday night.